Good day, sweet fam. In today's podcast, we will talk about life experiences during pandemic up until the present. A devastating virus known as the coronavirus illness 2019 infiltrated nearly all sectors in 2019, disrupting daily operations. This event will live on the hearts and thoughts of many individuals for the rest of their lives. The outbreak has a significant influence on everyday living and the global economy. The spread of this disease has caused thousands of people to become ill or pass away. I can still remember way back 2019, I was a first year college student that time, and it's already our second semester when DOH declared immediate lockdown. All people around the world are affected because of the pandemic, and each of us has its own story on how we handled all the hardships during the pandemic. My family and I really did our best to face all the problems and challenges because we have no choice but to survive and follow all the do's and don'ts that time. It was not easy for us, but all we can do is to pray and trust the Lord that everything will be back to normal. The pandemic has a substantial effect on education as well. The use of technology to enhance distant or online learning varies despite the fact that many educational institutions throughout the world have already made the switch to it. As a student, it's quite hard for me to adjust because we are used to have a face-to-face learning, but due to the pandemic, students are advised to stay at home and do the online learning system. Even though it's quite hard, eventually I learned to adjust the new mode of learning. Since we are all advised to stay at home that time, my usual routine is to eat my meal first and attend my online classes. After that, I do household chores, and during my free time, I browse my social media accounts to get the latest updates. We also constantly watch news in the television, and as much as possible, we avoid going outside, so on and so forth. People are now compelled to utilize different methods to connect with their friends and relatives throughout the globe when it comes to socializing. Social media sites have seen a surge in usage as people search for new socializing avenues during this challenging period. Social media platforms have also benefited the general public by allowing them to stay in touch with friends and family to lessen loneliness and boredom, which have been linked to anxiety and long-term distress, making them a crucial recommendation for home isolation to help lessen the psychological impact. The quick transmission of protocols at the local, national, and international levels has been one of social media platforms' most useful traits in the pandemic. In the context with limited medical resources, sharing methods for treatments, personal protective equipment, or even ideas for equitable allocation has suddenly become the new norm. The effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on the economy, social life, education, religion, and family units have been highlighted. Before they later experienced the effect of the disease, many nations and businesses had underestimated its impact. In this present time, everything is slowly going back to the new normal, despite of the struggles and hardships that everyone experienced during the pandemic. At the end of the day, we should be thankful because we're still here. We are brave to conquer one of the most challenging phases in our lives. Above all, we should thank God and trust Him always because He is the only one who knows everything. With the help and guidance of our Almighty God, we will stand no matter how tough life is. Hi, sweet fam. I hope that you've learned something in today's episode in our